All right, guys, welcome back to the What's in the Bag and Why series. We've just run through Mikey's bag over there. Few changes, nothing crazy. New irons, which you guys knew about. We've seen the videos. A couple little wedge tweaks. Bag's in good shape.
Bag's good. I like it. I'm happy with it.
Okay, let's dive into this hot mess.
The golf industry's most asked question. What is Ian playing this
The revolving
minute?
door.
This minute. You going to start at the top?
Let's start with the big Ian.
Okay. Give us the rundown. First of all, nice head covers.
These are beauties. Little Prince took unbelievable care of us.
Yeah.
Sent us a couple of sets of gorgeous head covers. Little nostalgia on there with the TXG. Love that.
Nice
little,
logo.
Little nod.
My mother stole my head covers.
Did she?
Yeah.
Loves them.
She's like, well, those are nice.
They are nice. Yeah, so driver. Last time we done this, I think it was Stealth 2 Plus.
It's been a year for the driver.
It's been a revolving door for sure. I can't help but when I fit people into what I believe is the best driver of the year, be drawn into thinking, what am I doing not playing the best driver of the year?
Exactly the same.
Right? TSR3 is the king of drivers this year. There's absolutely no doubt about that. The crown is on their head. It sits right here. This thing is unbelievable. Ball speed, forgiveness, adjustability, sure fit sleeve, sure fit CG track at the back. Gen 2, 425 ATI face on there, all titanium. Doesn't get any better from a looks perspective.
It sits the best, sounds the best.
Yeah, I really think, you know, when we first heard what's new about TSR versus TSI, it was the Gen 2 material on the face. Speed ring technology behind that, unbelievable ball speed, but much, much tighter windows on spin retention and sort of ball speed retention on misses. That's what this thing provides. Diamana GT.
Yeah, you've been, this is new. I mean, the whole combo is new, but you've been kind of playing with this one the last couple weeks, and we played recently. You hit it pretty good. Yeah,
no, I think this is a really, really solid driver combo for me. 45 inches, you know, gone are the days of playing anything really too long, and for a gamer, this is where we're at now.
Yeah, it's good. D1 setting.
Same as you.
Red weight, heel 1.
H1 in that. So, yeah, drivers been good, trending in the right direction. Got some work to do, but I got to start driving it better, and I you know, had to draw a line in the sand with sticking with a driver.
Yeah, I think this thing's nice because it's a little flatter and a little straighter for you, without that heely miss. Okay, 3-wood, Old Faithful.
Yeah, nothing new. 10C 1K orange, 60X, Sim 2 titanium, one lower, same as we saw before.
Great fairway wood.
Nothing new with that guy.
Yeah, really good. I think this might be my favorite club in your golf bag.
Yeah, interesting.
I like this thing.
This one has been in and out actually recently, and nothing to do with its performance, more the donkey that's holding it. At times, I'd struggle with a bit of a pop-up with it. Not off the top of the head, just an open face, a little bit stuck. As I say, definitely me and my swing. I've been rotating in and out with a Stealth Plus hybrid.
That's right, yeah.
17-degree hybrid. This thing's 17.5 bent, slightly strong and flat.
Yeah, little tour head.
Yeah, a little tour head. The guys hooked me up with that. Hazardous RDX Smoke Blue, 76.5, 41.5 on the length.
We're both playing short 5-woods.
I love a short 5-wood.
Yeah, we played a couple weeks ago and we both said to each other, like, short 5-woods are the way to go. Short fairway woods are a way to go. I've felt a lot of customers into shorter fairway woods now.
I don't know why, you know, honestly, I'm starting to look at it like there's no downside. There's absolutely none. You hit it more solid, you get more sort of tighter spin windows with it. I love it. This is a newbie.
Yeah. This is a good one.
This is a beauty, this thing.
Yeah, it's good.
I should have had this in the bag earlier this year.
Yeah.
Stealth 2 4 hybrid. We done a video on
descent, land angle,
stuff
like that, yeah.
And this one really shone in that video. 7-wood wasn't quite right for me. I just couldn't kind of find my sweet spot in the swing with it, and definitely the long iron was not for me. This little beauty has taken actually out of the 4-iron.
Out of the rough, no problem.
Unreal, out of the rough. Last time we played at Toronto Golf, I had a terrible drive down number 2 down the left side. And I hit this thing out from like 225
right.
yards out, which is, shows how bad a drive it was, number 2. But stuck it onto 20 feet and hold the putt for a birdie after that. But I could not have played that shot with any other club.
No, it is a good club. I do like that.
Really, really like it.
Okay. Irons. We have a lot of similar golf clubs.
Yeah, you like to copy me.
Oh, yeah. Very good. I got fit first.
Yeah, T200 5-iron. You've seen the video by now. Love the 5-iron. I was in love with the T200 and the T350, but I just know myself well enough to know the 350 was a reaction at the time to knowing that it was such an improvement from the 300. I was never going to play it.
Yeah.
200 though, solid. One of the best choices I've made. Absolutely love this thing. I've actually had to back the loft off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit jumpy for you.
It was a little toasty. I was getting away from the 6-iron a little bit. 6-iron's like a 192 club. This thing was kind of 205, 208 at times. It was just a bit too long. So back the loft up on that one just a little bit.
Nice.
But good.
Modus 120S, standard length.
Standard length, 115 grams. Back to that. When we were testing it, I think we really found that was the combo, little extra head weight. Needed to feel something. I kept saying in that video when I watched it back, not feeling it, can't quite feel it. As soon as we went into a little bit heavier head weight with the Modus, money.
And lead tape just on the 6-iron?
We've kind of tweaked about with some different feels. This was actually something, a bit of an experiment that I had the other day. I kind of wanted to take my head weights up a little bit. I think going with a slightly lighter shaft gives me a little bit of overall weight to play with.
Good point.
And if I'm going to put any extra mass, it's going into the head. So yeah, tweaking around with that from a feel perspective, just seeing if there's a little bit more awareness that I can get from it. I like it.
Nice. And you like the flight and everything with these irons?
I'm in love with them. I truly, truly am. I love the shape. I love the feel. I love the performance. They're phenomenal. One thing I've found, and I actually mentioned this to you the other day, if you've got the ball sitting up a little bit in the rough and you catch it high in the blade, up above that kind of the pad at the back, there's nothing. Literally nothing there. So I have caught a couple of shots high in the head that have come out really dead.
Right.
So you just need to be a little bit mindful of that. That's all.
And you go right to the pitching wedge, 44 degree, staying at 44 or at 45?
It's 45.
45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So one week on that.
And then some freshies. Fresh grooves. You've been, we did one video and you fell in love with these things?
I absolutely love the feel of these. You know, I'm more intrigued than anything else. I wouldn't say these are, if I was going to play a tournament tomorrow, I probably would take my SM9s.
Right, okay. Just comfortable with the numbers and everything.
Yeah. I think I'm just so intrigued by this face.
Yeah.
This new textured face on the MG4. Obviously, wet weather performance and that type of thing. They're supposed to be, absolutely incredible in the spin retention. So we'll see. Definitely something that I want to, dive a little deeper into. Interesting little lie angle progression with my wedges. The irons are all 1 degree up. Gap wedge is 1 degree up. 54 is standard lie, and then 60 is one flat.
One flat, okay.
So I go 65, 64, 63.
I like that. So, I like a little flatter 60.
Yeah, I kind of sat the 60 down, different positions, and it didn't look right sitting too much upright.
Now, these mill grinds are nice. So you go standard bounce 11 in the 54.
Yeah, standard bounce, standard 09 in the 50. Yep, standard 11. And then actually...
High bounce.
High bounce. I normally go the other way. I normally go less bounce than the 60. Yeah. But we tried a bunch, didn't we? And that was...
So good.
That was night and day. You even pitched with it. You said
I
you
like
just
it.
love how that goes through
this one. Even the tiger grind, again, with that little bevel on the front is nice. But this has been impressive.
Yeah. And again, Modus, matching up everything on there, really, really nice. Swing weight progression for me, I'm about D2.5 in the long irons. And that's why this was about just under D3 in the 6. And I was kind of playing with back up at D4.5, which is where I used to play my Muras. So D2.5 up to D4 in the wedge, and then these wedges are in and around D5.5.
Yeah, nice progression. Nice progression. All right, to the newest member of the bag. Whoa, this thing is
struggling.
45 inches.
This thing has been affectionately nicknamed Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
This is a big old beast, the Jailbird. Came with the heavy weights in the front. Our boys at Cali really hooked me up with this one. Micro hinge face for a little extra roll. Obviously longer, flat sole, 17 grip on it. I mean, the thing is an absolute beast.
Loft and lie specs, do you know them?
71 on the lie and 2 on the loft.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of, again, built to perfect spec. I mean, huge thanks to the guys at Callaway, because I know these things are gold dust right now, so major hookup. My stats tell me, we looked at it when we were doing the Understanding Arcos video, my stats tell me I'm not putting well. I've not been putting well all year. I've had more 35 and 36 putt rounds this year than I've had in my whole life. It's just time.
Yeah.
You know, it's tight. You cannot just keep going and hoping that it's going to change.
Yeah, good point.
One thing though that happened yesterday, right? So this thing came through the door. What did I do yesterday? Go straight to the putting green.
Yeah.
Spent an hour and a half putting. I've not spent an hour and a half putting collectively this year.
And your first few putts, 4 feet, you're making them like, and I know it's on a practice putting
I was telling
green.
today, 24 putts in a row.
Yeah.
From 4 feet.
It's a confidence booster.
Totally.
And I mean, we had some people in here earlier today. Everyone rolled putts with it. I rolled putts with it. It feels great. It feels like it's on the track.
So stable.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice putter. I can see why it's won a couple of weeks in a row this year on tour.
Very desirable. Yeah. So we'll see. You know, I think obviously, you know, proof is in the pudding. Got to the golf course and, you know, get some tricky downhillers, some left to righters, get yourself in that position. But for me, what I want to take out of it is I want to take a little bit of the variability that I have in my stroke with that putt. I can see my putts are moving around quite a lot.
Yeah.
This being one part that I want to change, and then the other part is I really want to sort of learn how to read greens better.
Yeah. That helps.
Yeah. So I think, you know, getting together with Ralph Bauer, doing sort of, you know, his course on the Tour Read app.
Yeah. I mean, it's been popular on tour. We're even working with some guys that he can't advertise, and it's just like, all right, their putting stats start to improve.
Yeah, he'll post on a Sunday night. You know, my guys this week are combined plus 15 strokes gained putting.
Crazy.
Give me some of that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the Kool-Aid I'm in for drinking. So, yeah, ready to putt it a bit better, Mikey boy.
Love it. Okay. Accessories.
Carry these everywhere.
Yeah.
I have, you know, even to the point where I have a specific grip. I've tested all the different grips we have as to which one gives me the most traction, I can swing the fastest. I don't love it in all my clubs. I'm still a multi-compound guy, but I've never had a club in my bag that I swing faster with, i.e. get more traction than that Genesis Lambkin.
Yeah, it is nice, super tacky, and like, you've been a big proponent of super speed stuff for the last couple of years. You've tried it all.
I've tried everything.
And these have always traveled with you. These have always stayed in your bag.
Yep.
Yeah, they're good. Really good.
Absolutely love it.
All right.
Groove it brush.
Groove it brush.
Gotta have clean grooves. I've just got it hooked on there. It's not. I just wanted to make sure the little magnet didn't.
No water in it right now.
It's probably empty. Well, there you
go. Bushnell.
Yep.
Now
X3.
you are a big Arcos guy.
Arcos and everything. Like it's one of the things I enjoy the most about post round is sitting going through my Arcos data. I know that's a little sad to admit that, but it's true. I absolutely love it. And that's where I think the realization is that you can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That's where I was, to be honest. You know, I've not been driving it well, and I've not been putting well enough, and still shooting in and around. I mean, I'm still 0.0 right now, or zero, out and around that. But I feel like I'm giving up, 3 shots around at least, maybe 4 with putter and driver.
Yeah, Bushnell's for your caddy. That's all.
That's for you.
Bushnell's for your caddy.
It's for Bones Mackay.
Anything superstitious or anything you use to mark the ball every time?
No, I'm not.
In the bag?
Yeah, really just a kind of standard little mark. I do have a little Augusta National marker that someone gave me, a good friend gave me, that you get the day you play Augusta. I kind of took that out of the bag. I thought that might be a bit of a bad omen that I might have the marker but might never get there. So I took it out of the bag.
Yeah,
I no longer use it.
Yeah.
So
I would not use it.
No. Wooden tees only.
Yeah, so okay. I've said this before as a joke at one point that a wooden tee or your ball speed's faster, the plastic tee slows the driver down. I only use a wooden tee.
White wooden tees.
White wooden tees. Mine have green little stripes on them. I know you wouldn't use that, but a wooden tee by far is the best.
That's the way to go. A white wooden tee is a sign of a proper.
Yeah. There's no tee that's going to make you swing faster or Make
Doesn't
it go
exist.
straighter.
Does not exist.
Wooden tee, classic.
Yes. Pro V1,
Yeah.
black sort of number Pro V1. Love it. I'm keen to try the new alignment aid on the ball. I saw they just came out with the new alignment aid on them. I'm keen to try that. And, you know, I think getting better with my reads, getting better with my setup, having a putter that feels like it's on rails. I want to build a system that, you know, I just feel like, you know, I can set myself down. This thing feels like it's on tracks. I set the ball down in the right position every time. I'm reading the greens well. I think that's a real recipe for making some changes with the putter, so I'm excited to give those a try.
Okay, nice. Well, we want to hit a couple woods for
let's
the
hit a
folks.
couple of wedges, maybe a couple of woods, and kind of take a look at why these clubs are the 14 for right now.
For right now. All right, Fraz, a little mill grind 460 degree.
Yeah.
This was probably, like we said earlier, the first one you hit when we were doing the test, and you loved them right away, and you kept touching the face. You're like, oh, listen to the roughness. Let's hit a couple, 50 yards, easy shot.
So stock, run through kind of that stock shot again. I really love to play with it. My little 50-yarder cuts a little bit. So I kind of would set it out to the left, and it kind of like, it hits and then spins a little bit right. It's just always the way I've played this this shot. Really struggle hitting it any other way. Just bleeds a little bit.
A little
and
spinny.
then spins a little to the right.
Nice. Strike.
Nice and consistent. You know, we found that in the test, Mikey, didn't we? The consistency of the spin with this guy.
Yeah. This gets through the turf faster for you, too. You don't dump it in. All right, well, that was easy.
I like them.
That was easy.
I like them.
What do you want to hit next?
Let's go 5-iron. I think that's one of the ones that, you know, can explain a little bit about why, you know, you go from, oh, let's maybe hit 6, then 5.
Okay. 6 is about 190.
Yeah, about 190-ish.
Okay. And Fraz, you play Pro V1 versus Pro V1X. How come?
I like to see the ball in a slightly flatter window nowadays.
Right.
That's really it. I used to be a Pro V1X guy, but I just didn't like, at times on the golf course, I get a little bit more spin.
Right,
A little
okay.
bit too much spin.
Yeah.
I just felt like I always wanted to play the softer feeling ball, but I thought I wanted to spin, but I really don't.
Right, okay.
And that's about what a good one looks like.
Yeah, good strike. Little
Like,
draw.
Just turns over a little bit. 192, 193. That's what I like to see.
So easy.
So just get 5-iron just to fly in that kind of higher window,
So good.
right? So you've kind of got like 192, then you went to like 207. That's ideal. So
Perfect,
then
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, 4 hybrids in around 220, 222.
Yeah.
So I'm making the right kind of sort of improvements on gapping and moving in the right direction.
The one thing I like with these irons for you and I, when we first put them in the bag, we both said they go so high. We almost said, do they go too high?
Yeah.
But they launch up and spin for you, which is nice.
Yeah.
Couple
What do you wanna hit?
hybrids. Let's see a couple hybrids. I like this thing.
I do so. Okay, Michael, you want to see a little?
Yeah, I like this.
hybrid?
Like that video we did on launch angle was good.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've played a bit with it. This is a safety club.
We're both big fans of this DI in this
So
in
good.
and around here. We both use that 95.
If anyone's looking for a hybrid shaft and you can't get fit, DI 95S. Thank us later.
And the one thing I like about that, I've tugged that fraction, as you can see with the 6 and the 5-iron, at times the spin can get a hair low if I turn it.
Yeah.
That's a default miss of mine. But with this thing, even though I'm going down in loft, I'm actually going up in spin.
Right. Yeah. Good
So that's
point.
got more spin than the 5-iron I just hit, even though it's got less loft.
Interesting.
So we can get that spin retention if we get the ball sitting down the rough a little bit. Like you can even see it's got that kind of like, it's a little bit dirty on top from just going through the rough. It serves that really
I
good.
mean, it's towering too, 122 feet in the air.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get that big left miss on it. It's really good.
Okay, so that's what's in the bag. Most of it's safe.
On Bet365, there's a line. Does Ian change his clubs?
Well,
Plus 1,000.
the short game stuff is obviously up for grabs.
Totally.
Putter is in there for right now. We'll see. I think it's worth a test.
I think the putter can help you get back on track, and you'll end up back in that Champions Choice. You don't change putters often.
I'm not. Yeah, well, it's been 3 years since I changed to play a different putter.
Totally.
It's been a while, so I'm definitely due a look at something else.
Yeah.
Wedges, who knows? I mean, honestly, I'd be equally as happy putting my SM9s. I'm doing a little bit of market research with MG4s. So no,
irons are safe.
Set. No changes. And I think the last time we stood here, we talked about the same 3-wood, same 5-wood anyway. Those are staying.
Totally.
And as is that little 4 hybrid. That's not going anywhere. So I think the top end of the bag's really balanced. It's really comfortable. It's just little tweaks around the short game stuff, but it's pretty good.
Maybe a bit more playing.
A little bit more playing, maybe. Yeah,
That'll
there's a
help.
few things to play in the back end. I've not had that round yet this year where I'm like, that was it. You
Right,
know,
yeah,
you shoot,
yeah.
You know, 3-4 under par or 3 or 4 under your handicap, whatever it is, and you go, yeah, really played good today.
Yeah.
Haven't had that this year.
Yeah.
Primarily because the putter has been stone cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. Well, this will be good. I hope it. I mean, I hope it helps because you've always been a good putter. And the last few weeks or months to be missing the putts that you normally don't miss is obviously stressful. So
It's just bleeds into the rest of your game and kind of you're on that bogey train because you just can't see get in the hole.
Yep.
You know, we've all been there. We've all been through that period. So, you know, I think that there was some really good signs for me in the green yesterday when I was practicing. And as I say, even if it takes me to the putting green to practice a little bit more because I'm trying to use it, that process will help alone.
Good point. Yeah,
So,
good point.
buy new clubs, gets you to practice more.
Yeah, there you go.
Moral of the story. Okay, guys, that's Mikey and I's what's in the bag and why probably the last time you'll see it from us this year.
Yeah.
You're not going to change anything.
No,
I don't think I'm going to change anything. And if I do, I'll be most likely to document it on Instagram versus do another video on here. So that's it for the year. We're pretty much set. We'll see.
There is some new stuff coming.
There's a few new things coming, but I don't think they're going to make it. We've got probably realistically 2 and a bit months of good golf left here.
Totally. 3 months.
You love it. 2 and a bit months here. So I think the bag just stay steady, stay set, and then we'll see what comes out in January. And
Yeah.
turns
New
our-
gear
turns our
season.
head one
Exciting
more
time.
Good stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you again soon.